Hi everybody, today we're going to go through financial maths, another interesting question. We have Alice and she wants to save for her baby for college fees. She starts saving with the day the baby is born. She does equal monthly payments. The AER is 3.5%. The last payment is 1 month before the baby turns 18. And the question is, she wants of course to save 40,000, and the question is how much does she need to save every month? So this is another saving question. So we have to use the saving formula. So I'll just remind you. So the final value of every installment will be P, how much money we put every time, multiplied by 1 plus I, which is the interest rate, and to the power of T, which means how many terms are we going to have that installment in the investment. We do not know how much she's going to save. So let's say she's going to save P. So the first thing we have to do is calculate how much is the interest for the month, because she's doing monthly installments. She wants to do monthly payments. So we have to calculate how much is 3.5% in monthly installments. So we're just doing our calculation. So if she got 3.5% for 1 year, it has to be equivalent if she got some interest to the power of 12 monthly. We rearrange this. Square root of 1.035, and then we take 1 to get the I itself. And when we put it, let's say the question asks 3 significant figures. That means we take the 3 first numbers that are after the 0, and when we do that in the calculator we get 0.00287. So we use this as our interest for all the question. Then they're telling us, so let's look at our first installment. She's saving at the day the baby is born, so that's today. And it's multiplied by 1 plus, I'm using this formula here. So it's 1 plus the interest rate, which is 0.00287. And she's going to save this for 18 years. She's going to stop her investment 1 month before the baby is 18. So in the last month that the baby is 18. So first of all, to calculate the time, how many times what is the terms, we just multiply 18 by 12 to get how many months it's going to be in the saving. It comes out 216. So that means for the first installment, she's going to get 216 times this interest. For the next installment, she's going to get the same interest because that's not going to change. Sorry, that's a 2 there. So it's 287. And this time she's only going to get it 215 times because 1 month already has passed and she didn't save. The last installment, she's going to do it just before the birthday comes up. So that's the month before. So she's only going to get 1 month of interest for this installment. Oh, there you go, 1 month. And all of this, when she adds it all up, she wants to have 40,000 saved because that's the fees for the college, optimistically approach. Okay, so that's what she wants to save. So what we have to do now is add all these figures. And this is a sequence, a geometric sequence. And I'm reminding you that the formula for adding a geometric sequence is a 1 minus r to the power of n over 1 minus r. So this is the formula for the sum of a geometric sequence. So in this geometric sequence, we have to figure out what's our first term, what's the ratio, and how many terms are we adding. So I'm going to do that. So first of all, I'm just going to call my last installment A, just because I like putting the power 1 as my A. So that is my A. I also know that from term to term here, I'm multiplying by the bracket. So my R for the formula is just the bracket. So I'm just going to write 1.00287. And then terms, of course, we have 260 terms. So the N in the formula will be 216. I'm going to put all of this together in the formula. So I have P, which I don't know, 1.00287. That's my first term that I just copied from there. Has to be multiplied by 1 minus the ratio. The ratio is just the bracket, which is 1.00287. That has to come to the power of n. N is how many terms I'm adding. So she's saving 216 installments. So I divide by that. I power that. And then over 1 minus r. So 1 minus, again, r was the 1.00287. And all of that has to equal to 40,000 because that is what she wants to save. So the next thing I do, I take my calculator and I calculate all this just without the P. And when I do this, it comes out 299.5685, I think, or something like that. So P multiplied by that equals 40,000. So then when I calculate my P, I just divide both sides by this number. This is a dot there, it's 299. I get 40,000 to divide to 299.5685. And that comes out €133.55 if it's rounded to the cents. And this is the installment that she has to do. So she has to start saving every month €130 in order to get in 40 years 40,000. Thank you very much.